Hi, this is Order of the Week. Every week I make a video and I always say I talk about something that is important to me at the time. Hopefully it's important to other people too. This video is today is Wednesday, the 3rd of March 2021, and this video is for the week that started on Monday, which was the 1st of March 2021. This video I didn't have a particular subject. Normally I have a very clear subject that I want to talk about. Very often it has been about coronavirus for obvious reasons, because it's very relevant topic to discuss, I believe. I've been showing different details that I think haven't been highlighted in my opinion, and highlighted and emphasized, and I wanted to do that. So I've been talking about different aspects of the coronavirus and the life as we know it through the pandemic. And sometimes I've been talking about a complete different subject that somehow I wanted to link to coronavirus, because I thought it was kind of a flow through the videos every week to link with the most relevant subject, which was the pandemic, but they didn't have fundamental link really, and sometimes I haven't linked because I didn't see why I should. They were very different subjects and they have the importance. They have importance in their own rights, so I didn't link. But whether one I link or not, I have been talking about other things that wasn't coronavirus. This week, the difference this week is that I didn't know what subject. I didn't have a clear subject I want to talk about. It's because I did say about 2 weeks ago, I think, that I have noticed some chaos. I noticed some the energy is a bit chaotic, maybe erratic even, and I think there's a lot of, or in my opinion, I can see a lot of mixed marks of news and in the news, like the media news, and I think it's difficult to be consistency or feel that there is one clear topic, and it's more about different news that become available suddenly, or something that was unexpected to happen. And I did say that maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. However, it haven't slowed down. In my opinion, it have increased, and this feeling of chaos and a bit of urgency is increasing. And it's not the urgency that we experienced at the beginning of the lockdown, which was more about it was the urge to do some measures that were at some point become very clear what to do. Now there is a lot of mixed marks of information that haven't yet reached the stage of what to do with that information. Like if you have a problem, you will know. You will become aware about that problem, and then you will find a solution. But I think we is kind of exposing a potential problem, but still we haven't reached that state when we think, okay, we know what to do with this, how to fix this potential problem. So we are still getting this information that are a bit confusing and a bit alarming as well, without what to do, knowing what to do with it, or whether it's gonna be, or whether there is a clear solution at the moment. So I feel that this is a very chaotic kind of energy at the moment, or that's what I am feeling, to be honest. I don't know if other people feels that, but I've been feeling that, especially the last 2 weeks, I would say. And I think everything started since the implementation of the vaccine, and I think it have been quite the voices promoting, or how you will say, promoting or supporting the vaccination, which is completely understand that, have raised their voices, which I understand, completely understand. However, I think there is a bit of, I can feel a bit more than raising their voices, but with a bit of urge on the message, rather than reassurance. I think there is a bit of an alarm in the message, and I think maybe that is because they are trying to make people feel that everyone needs to have the vaccination, which in a way I understand. It just feels a bit, it feels a bit, I don't know how to say it. You can feel the urge, but it's sometimes that urge doesn't feel to have a strong background, or a strong explanation. So it feels a bit of an urge, but it feels more. I don't know if I can say that, but sometimes it make you doubt whether it's more an agenda, without saying it is. I'm not saying it is, but sometimes it make you feel that because there haven't been this strong evidence for this feeling of urge and alert and alarm, whether there is more for the to having an agenda, with going through with the vaccination plans, which is, I find that, there is to have a schedule, I think it will be perfect. To have an agenda, I think it's never a good thing, and sometimes it just makes you wonder. I'm not saying it is, but I feel as well this urgency, it feels a bit over exaggerated sometimes, and another thing that makes you even more cautious definitely, but because it's coming from a place of to see more confusion, to see more chaos, and I don't know other people, but when I see chaos, I try to step back and see, and take my time to think, rather than just get into the chaos, just being fly away, with the I don't know, with the force, it's energetic, this, energy, this force that, I don't know, make you go, push you around, but you don't know, you get out of control, I think that was a very strange analogy, but that's, I suppose, maybe unconsciously it makes me feel a little bit like this, like in the middle of a twister, is I let myself just to get involved in that energy, and so I consciously step back and try to think, okay, why people, why there is this, and is this force, this energy just pushing you without even give you the time to think. Why is that? Why I prefer to think things, and I prefer when I take in a decision to have an explanation why. I need that explanation for myself to make a decision, and I just feel that I've been forced to get a vaccine without thinking that this is the best decision, to be honest. And I say that because this is the second part I wanted to add, is that another part of confusion that I was just saying is the details about coronavirus cases and update worldwide, or in different countries, and the application of the vaccine are a bit confusing as well. Again, as I say, there is two sides, of that I think is the two major blocks of information that are, both of them are very confusing, and one is this mix of different informations, and the other one is the numbers of vaccination administration, the compare with the number of cases, of new cases. And the news yesterday, 2 days ago actually, I watched it live. Today I watched a video that I'm gonna show, just because I always show some video, or just to say the title. And it's about how cases from the vaccine administration start in November. I believe it was the end of November. The cases, they say they were decreasing, but it's not entirely true. The cases didn't start decreasing straight away, no at all. It was more the opposite, really. Which, this is the first one that it had been misconstruct, because they say that at least in this video, they say that since the vaccine, it had been decreasing, and in the news I was watching the other day, is you look at the graphics, that's not exactly true. The cases, is the vaccine start at the end of November, cases rise, and that is why some countries increase the restrictions and lockdowns, because since after the vaccine start, the cases actually increase, like very, very, very dramatically, and that's why. But then I'm not saying that was the vaccine, but it made me a bit, it made me feel very cautious when you look at the graphics, and you can see that when the vaccine started, cases that actually increase. But then when you hear the news, they never link those two variables, the fact of the vaccine is being administered and the cases to increase. They have found the causes of increasing new cases in any other causes, such people is relaxing, and then they start to no keep the 2 meters distance, not to even I heard people not to be using the mask. I think people are using the mask as much as more than as much as ever. I even heard that in the news, and any other different explanation, but I find it very strange that no one person in the news have said, well, actually they start at the same time that the vaccine was to start administered. So that's one thing that is more than confusion, which is confusing, is also a bit questioning, to be honest. I'm not gonna be I need to be careful what I say. However, I think it's questionable when you see two clear variables, and I'm not saying it's cause and effect. Of course not. However, there is correlation. I don't know if that's the right word. I need to be careful to say the right words. But whether there is maybe, as I say, it's no cause and effect. I'm not saying that, but it's both of them are increasing. It maybe could be some kind of correlation, and that would have been completely override for any other correlation, which in fact it shouldn't even be sometimes, because as I say in the news, they say, well, people has been relaxing and not use as much the mask as much as before. No, for what I say. For what I say, people use the mask as more than ever, or as much as we have been using it, or we are not respecting the 2 meters. I think we are respecting, for what I think at least, as much as have been. And they say about meetings, well, restrictions were tied up from just before Christmas or just after Christmas. They didn't allow the Christmas meetings, I think, and I can't remember exactly, but well, okay, start just after the vaccination administration. So why restrictions that have resulted in decrease of cases before, but now they are mentioned as the cause of the increase of new cases, when these measures tend to result before in lowering the cases, and then the only other variable that have increased was that have been changed or increased in this case have been the application, the administration of the vaccine, but that have been completely override. So I don't know. I'm not saying, I don't say it to be. I'm not trying to be to create more confusion. I'm trying to clarify. However, in order to clarify, we need to be clear how we analyze the details, especially on the news, and especially as you can see the graphics, and they don't exactly match with what the reporters are interpreting on the graphic. So that's one thing, and so that's one part of the how the vaccine is sent to be involved in this confusion and chaotic energy that I'm talking about. That and it sense that every time there is an increase of cases, as I say, they never mention vaccine administration as possible cause. They always mention any other cause, and now the cause is not that people are relaxing the restrictions, but because, as I say, restrictions have increased in the last 2 months, so they shouldn't say that really. The restrictions are a lot higher than they were in summer. And then they start now, the costs have been linked to the variants of coronavirus. So yeah, there is. I'm trying to summarize. I'm gonna try to summarize everything I have said up to now, because I think I have said a few things and maybe a bit of, as I say, nothing seems to be completely clear at the moment. So as I said, there is this chaotic energy that start maybe for me start more and more. For me, the cutting point, the starting point was from the administration of the vaccine, and I thought it would be just the beginning, but it's getting bigger and bigger, this chaotic energy. And for me, there is two blocks. One is the general mix max of information about coronavirus, and the other one, the other block, I think is quite clear, is the coronavirus related with the vaccine, about the vaccine more specifically. And within this vaccine and the coronavirus link, there is now this mutant, this variant of the virus that now the solution seems to be immediately linked to this problem that is believed to be a mutant variant, is to increase the administration of the vaccine. So if, as the news say, or the interpretation of this whole situation is that there is a variant and they need to increase the administration, okay, that sounds logic. However, is as I've been just explaining, if the interpretation of all the variables, the relation and the dynamics of the variables, meaning administration of vaccine and increase of new cases, there is more link that have been concluded, then to increase administration of vaccine will not be the best solution. I'm hoping that I managed to explain this. I think I know it's quite chaotic because, as I say, there is a lot variables involved, and also because, in my opinion, there have not been a very clear interpretation